like that.
Dorothy Richardson, she was in her 70s, a suicide.
Who are you?
I'm the only one with the legal right to be here.
Is this rude character the best person for the job?
Miss McCarran will accomplish what she's been hired for quickly, or she'll be out.
I compromise my own integrity by going along with those lawyers. Just can't charge that away on a gold card.
As a result of your activities, the heirs have hired the firm of Wagner, Lombard, and Smith, all because of your probing. What have you accomplished?
Feel this. Ooh. Oh, isn't it wonderful? Buy it. Oh, I wish. Look at that price tag. Maybe if they go on sale.
Yeah, sir. I'd like this, please.
Oh, she's kidding. No, I'm not. It's your birthday next week. I never know what to get you. You like this, and I want you to have it.
Oh, this is insane. I can't let you do this.
Why don't you take some more time to think about it?
I'll take it. She'll take it. Now I don't have to make 47 different phone calls and go to 16 different places to buy you something you detest.
You sure you want to do this?
Yes.
I love it. It is so classy.
And you're so pretty.
Oh.
You can't use this card.
I use it all the time.
Not anymore, you don't.
Oh, look, what are you doing? Oh, no. You know, that happens.
The credit card company has given instructions to destroy your card due to non-payment of bills.
You're wrong. He's wrong. He is wrong. It's a mistake. No, I pay my bills. It's a computer error. What did you do?
You cannot continue to ignore the financial part of your life. You're not a kid anymore.
I'm not ignoring it. I'm getting better.
These credit card companies do not fool around, Claire. How many more of these are in trouble?
None. Except maybe this one.
Your brother's buying a bigger house in Rockland County. That's what you should be doing. And what do you own?
A Porsche.
You haven't even paid for the glove compartment. The only thing you own outright are these trains. And it doesn't have to be like this.
I can't do it, Jeffrey. I can't work in a place like that.
What's so terrible? A nice office on Madison Avenue? Secretary? No phone bills?
I need phone bills. They're tax deductible, and so is part of my rent.
You're completely wrong about that. That's a myth. You have trains in this room. You live in this room. This is not an office. You don't meet clients here. You work in restaurants. The IRS says to take a deduction for using a part of your home in business, that part must be used exclusively and regularly. Then why do you make me repeat myself?
Jeffrey, come on. Can you really see me on retainer for a company like Mackenzie, Obick, Dawson, and Corbin?
Yes. They're one of the best law firms in the city. And I can see you owning your own apartment, even buying a little house at the beach.
I went into business for myself so that I would have freedom.
And poverty? What about freedom from bill collectors? Freedom from worry?
Jeffrey, I can't do it. I am just not cut out for the corporate lifestyle.
Fine. You can be their resident nonconformist. Wear a fright wig to work.
More teas?
No, thanks.
Your time is your own. There's no exclusivity clause in the contract. It's just the basic retainer agreement. We understand perfectly well that you have your own clients, your own business. We have no desire to interfere with that.
Good. And you understand that because of the nature of my work, that my hours are highly irregular and my dress is very casual.
Of course. Since you will be coming and going, on the off chance that you ever have to rent a car, we do keep garage space in the building.
Oh, really? Well, that'll come in very handy. I keep a car in the city. Porsche.
No kidding. What model?
911 Cabriolet.
I have a roughed-out Carrera, turbo. Got a good mechanic?
Well, actually,
Next time you need anything done, my guy's the best. And you just ask for Rudy.
Excuse me. And if you should be using the car on business for us...
the gold card.
Please feel free, of course, to use it for personal expenses as well. You can always reimburse us.
Right.
Shall we show you your office?
You like Turner?
Yes, very much.
Mr. Curran? We do a lot of estate work, and there's one case that we're particularly anxious to clear up right away. We'd like you to start work on that at once.
All the associates wanted a sushi chef, but Dawson doesn't get raw fish.
Excuse me.
Now, this is the file on the Dorothy Richardson estate. Nothing very complicated. She was in her 70s, a suicide. Unfortunately, there are fewer irregularities in the property logged for insurance purposes. There's a Raoul Dufy painting missing, also a few pieces of jewelry. Now, your job is either to find these pieces or to prove that they cannot be found, in which case we can characterize them as stolen.
We need an answer. Either one will do. Documented by a licensed private investigator. Maybe someone in her co-op stole the stuff.
Excuse me, who's the guy outside the door?
Oh, Chris McIntyre, your secretary. He's very good. Of course, if you'd prefer a female assistant.
No. We'll see how he works out.
Fine. Anyway, if you can clear this up, it'll save us all a lot of trouble later. The heirs, a niece and two nephews, are already rather cranky because they're not getting what they thought they would. Mrs. Richardson left quite a bit of her estate to charity. If this isn't settled to their satisfaction, they will sue us.
As executors of the will.
Mm-hmm. For gross negligence, incompetence, you name it. So that's the bad news. The good news is that it should be relatively easy for you to clear up.
It seems pretty straightforward. You know, I've handled these cases before.
Like your office?
Well, it has a certain salad, Miss Swans.
Call us if you have any questions.
Okay, where's the contract? Where's the guy with the pitchfork? I know you're in here.
Hey, Mudbrain, don't drive like that in front of my building, huh? You understand the words tactic you're making?
my cap, you hear me?
Idiot!
What do you think you are? Your building. You win.
Yeah, someplace, huh?
Yeah, Dorothy sure knew how to live.
She was a pistol. She did it all.
Yeah? I guess she just got tired of being old.
Dorothy? She never got tired. She had more energy than any yuppie banker in this building.
You know, it is that way, right? You think you know somebody, and then it turns out you don't.
I knew Dorothy.
Is that where the doofy was? It was insured for $200,000. Any ideas on how it walked?
If you're talking to me, know that I would have taken the Monet. It's worth a lot more. Gotta go. Got your keys?
With your sticker. No way, Peter!
I may not be the editor of City and Country, but I know what this is worth.
So do I. And I also know that desk you just claimed is worth twice as much. Don't pull this crap with me, Robbie. Didn't work when we were kids, and it doesn't work now.
Maybe you and I should have all this appraised at Sotheby's. I feel exactly the same way.
What did she say?
Oh, you couldn't be bothered to learn how to sign, could you? I mean, she's only your cousin, so what the hell? She wants all this to be over.
Are we in debt again? I thought we had that under control.
Who are you?
What's this? I'll tell you who the hell I am. I'm working for your aunt's lawyers, and I'm the only one with a legal right to be here, or have keys to this apartment. How do I know how to sign? Because I do. Now, what are you all doing here?
I should have realized Dawson would send one of his little spies around. Are you a lawyer? Can I see some identification?
I'm a licensed investigator.
Where's your trench coat? And where do you hide your gun?
Relax, big brother. Maybe little Miss Marple here is going to tell us what happened to the doofy.
That is part of my job. That's why it's appropriate for me to be here. It's not appropriate for you to be here. Legally and ethically, you're jumping the gun.
We're the legal heirs. You're hired help. And we'd like to continue our conversation in private.
Fine. There's a coffee shop across the street, so why don't you take your little stickers and go continue your conversation there. And if you don't get out of here right now, I'll put a police seal on that door so fast it'll make the little alligators on your shirt dizzy.
Well, I think that we can afford to be the civilized party and make a gracious exit. We wouldn't want to do anything to jeopardize setting up the best lawsuit possible.
What did they say? It would be fairly easy to clear up? Oh, yeah, absolutely. No problem.
You could be financially set with this job if you play your cards right and be nice to those capitalistic lawyers. It's going well, right?
Well is maybe too strong a word.
Oh, no.
I can't help it. I am just not cut out for the corporate life. I mean, I can say please and thank you and smile, but my insides are screaming, get me out of here. You know what I mean?
Of course I know what you mean. That's why I'm in the DA's office, not in private practice.
I wonder what the view's like from the porch on the old poor people's home. You know, this is the view to have when you're old. Yeah, lady's incredible.
Whoa.
Enough. I know I look nice today. But so do you. Give me the camera. Well, I do, too, know how to use it. This is your favorite. If you don't stop, this goes into Central Park.
Why would someone who had everything kill herself?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I know. But I've seen where she lived and how she lived, and I've gotten to know her a little bit on these tapes, and I'm telling you, she knew how to have a good time in life.
How'd she kill herself?
She jumped off a pier, and there were witnesses. See, it doesn't add up, and that is what I should be digging into.
So talk to the lawyers. Sure, they want to close fast. Let me tell you, they don't want to risk tying up the estate for years in court. Talk to them.
These artists, they're used to it.
Anything wrong?
I sat in some gum.
There's a little bit on your person, but it'll come off with ice, I promise.
Do you have experience with gum?
A lot. So, did you find the defeat?
No, but I did find the heirs. They're a charming little lot, fighting over furniture. Did they know before she died that they would only inherit a quarter of the estate?
No. Claire, they didn't off the old lady, okay?
If you say so. Of the three of them, which one was closest to Dorothy?
Alec. That is, until about 6 months ago, when she and Dorothy had a terrible fight. Then she joined forces with Peter and Robbie. She likes Robbie. God knows why.
Is there any possibility that one of the three of them stole the painting?
I doubt it. They're greedy, but not stupid. We assume it was a burglary.
You see, that's the problem. Jimmy, there's just too much assuming going on. You worked with Dorothy. She doesn't seem like a prime candidate for suicide.
Terrific lady.
Terrific lady. Was she secretly terminally ill?
No.
She depressed? No. Well, what was going on? What I'm asking is, how thoroughly was all of this checked out?
Thoroughly enough for the cops to be satisfied. I'm glad to see you got the report on your own. Claire, I felt the same way about this when it happened. But those two witnesses were real, and we had her suicide note verified by a handwriting expert. She was almost 80. Probably, knowing Dorothy, she wanted to check out while everything was still functioning.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jimmy.
What?
Thank you.
You thought I was a jerk, didn't you?
Well, you are very well dressed.
Not always, but I know what you mean. Fact is, I'm on your side on this. We all are.
And one of you ought to give the bitch a lesson in manners, throwing us out of our aunt's apartment.
Robbie, as executors of your aunt's estate, we are the only party who should hold keys to any of Dorothy's property. That's the law. We have not asked for yours back purely as a gesture of respect to the three of you.
We also know you hired her to find something which rightfully belongs to us. And we want that painting and that jewelry because they are a major part of our inheritance. But the question is this rude character the best person for the job? Because if she's not, it only further eliminates your negligence as executors.
Mrs. Richardson left $3 million to charity and $1 million to be split among the three of you.
Now tell us something we don't know.
And you also know that there's a provision in her will saying that if you contest what you get and lose, you get nothing. So we're all aware of how important the lost items are to you.
Important, think lawsuit. Big lawsuit.
There's a possibility your aunt may have sold the painting and the jewelry. Now, it takes time.
Don't you patronize me. That Dufee is worth $200,000, and the jewelry is worth $90,000.
Alec wants to know how long your Ms. McCarran has to do what she's supposed to do.
Miss McCarran will accomplish what she's been hired for quickly, or she'll be out. Jimmy will see to that.
Secrets you have. There they were. Nestled between the baby carrots and the frozen snow peas.
That's why we hired you.
To look through vegetables.
People hide things in freezers. I once found 500 shares of IBM in a hot point.
So it's your hypothesis that Dorothy lost the money betting, and to compensate, she liquidated assets like the Dufy.
Yes.
My guess is that you've already checked Christie's and Sotheby's and various other galleries around town.
I have, and there is no record of any sale of the painting.
Well then, gentlemen, and Claire, I propose that we agree that the painting and the jewelry were stolen, and so notify the insurance company. Case closed.
Probably it wasn't stolen.
They're gone. They can't be found. That qualifies as stolen. The insurance guys will fight the case, and then they will pay. And her charming heirs will cease to visit our offices.
I don't know.
Claire, there's no real injustice here. If you're right, Dorothy had a good time gambling Dufy away. Certainly the insurance companies have gathered outrageous premiums from her for years. Let them pay the brats off. We would have sold the painting anyway.
And we never have to see them again.
Oh, I like that part.
Dinner is served.
Shall we?
Sure.
You had the beluga caviar and the Moet Chandon as you sailed past the moonlit Statue of Liberty.
And they served the lobster as we went under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, boy. Let's hear it for capitalism. And the young Mr. Perfect-looking lawyer isn't the yutz we thought he was?
No, he's actually kind of nice.
Okay, then. What's wrong with this picture? Come on, Claire. You're less than ecstatic here.
Well, I'm tired.
Yoo-hoo. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry, Willie. Why aren't I happy about this? Because I did wrong. I compromised my own integrity by going along with those lawyers' convenient conclusions. And you know what? You just can't charge that away on a gold card.
Yeah, you're a real criminal.
Mom, she wants to get married outdoors. I understand. Your heels will not sink into the grass. It's astroturf. I can't refill this without a new prescription. Mom, you got married 3 times. Every time you chose women.
I don't want to refill it. I want to know what it's for.
Oh, ear infection. No, my ears are fine.
What kind of ear infection?
Swimmer's ear.
Oh.
Do you mind?
No, go right ahead. I'm leaving. Oh, mazel tov. Many happy returns.
I don't understand what the problem is.
Where for the man?
50 seconds, Central Park West. Come in, boy. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yo, Claire, how's it going?
Oh, mezzo. Listen, did you know that Dorothy used to play the horses?
Yeah, she loved it.
She lose a lot of money.
Hey, like anybody else, sometimes she won, sometimes she lost. But the last few months before she died, she was on a streak most people only dream of.
So she won a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Why did I find all these losing stubs in her freezer?
You keep the losing stumps. You catch the winners.
I hate this. I really, really hate it. I know. All right, here goes my first dress rehearsal. Ladies and gentlemen, you are honoring me for giving you money. But the truth is, you are honoring me by taking it. Oh, believe me, I'm not being noble. My mother was noble, and she taught me, she immersed me in what some people call values. So, I can't claim the dignity of individual choice. These values were handed to me. I inherited them. So, hopefully by giving money to the Big Brother, Big Sister programs, these kids who have not been handed these emotional values will be able to go on to a life they never dreamed.
No, I don't think watching the tapes will help me find the jewelry or those paintings. I don't. I'm watching these to get to know her better. She was obviously a great lady. What's the matter, Alec? You miss her, don't you? No. I'm not prolonging it. I'm not. It's very simple. There's something really wrong here. See, I can't believe that your aunt killed herself. I don't think that you believe it either.
So I figure maybe I better look further than the DD5, so I called the cops this morning and they give me the Master 5s. And you know what I find out in here? I find out that the body was never found. Nasty little detail, isn't it? The Coast Guard was alerted, but all they ever came up with are dentures. That's what happens when you don't brush daily.
Right. Nevertheless, the medical examiner conferred with the detective on apparent suicide. A death certificate was issued awfully fast, I might add. I wonder who pushed for that. The strange thing is that technically this case was never closed. Can you believe that?
Easily. Hey, you're a lawyer. Remember evidence? She left a suicide note, and there are 2 reliable witnesses that saw her jump.
Yeah, right. You know what they saw? Bubbles. That's all they talk about is bubbles. What happened to the body?
Sharks.
In the Hudson River?
I was speaking metaphorically.
Would you read this and tell me what you see? We're talking possible serious foul play here.
Did you lose sight of her at any time?
No,
Absolutely not.
And you actually saw her hit the water?
we were standing over there. She jumped in right here.
We felt so helpless.
20 years ago, I'd have jumped in after her. But with this leg, I'd have made Fanny a widow.
Believe me, Mr. Green, I understand. Do you think that she saw you?
She looked right into my eyes, I'm sure of it. Such a strange look. And then she jumped in.
Probably the tide carried her out while we were phoning the police. You know, the Hudson is one of those rivers that has tides.
Well, I'm sorry to bring you down here and make you go through this all again. But I really had to.
Oh, we understand.
Let me help you.
Yeah.
Can I help you get where you're going?
Oh, no, thank you. This is our daily exercise.
Thanks again.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Claire, Dorothy's gone. Gotta let it go. Watched you get attached. And I know that the rationality of her death is something you gotta make peace with.
Right. I've always had trouble with existential despair. Me too. Yes.
Dawson said he wants to see you in the conference room.
Thank you.
Claire, why don't you take a seat?
You mean it's just me and him?
I think so.
Do you want to stay and bowl a few rounds first?
Thanks, but I'm out of here.
Chicken.
She's in the boardroom.
I understand you've obtained the most recent police files and contacted the witnesses.
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Green. I thought...
No, you didn't. Or you wouldn't have interviewed them. As a result of your activities, the heirs have hired the firm of Wagner, Lombard, and Smith to begin their own investigation and proceedings against us. All because of your probing.
Well, that's what you hired me to do.
But you continued your activities after we all agreed on the yacht to put the case to bed, to file the Dufee as stolen. Now, to me, a word is as good as a contract.
As it is to me. And so is doing the job the best way that I can, which to me is getting to the truth of a situation.
Oh, yes. Yes, the truth. Is there more than one? Can it change? Things do. For example, the heirs now have the opening they were looking for. But in spite of that, I still would like you to work here. You're very sharp. How old are you?
A lawyer never asks a question he doesn't have the answer to.
Only in court.
Well, I am on the stand here.
No, you're in a classroom. So take advantage of it and listen. You could be very successful. But the problem with some young people who carry the burden of great potential is that they can't seem to get past a kind of adolescent rebellion. I see this isn't the first time you've heard this. You're of a certain age. You're very smart, very talented. But what have you accomplished? What do you own, Miss McCarran?
Are they one and the same, sir?
That's something you have to decide for yourself. You remind me of my son.
Enough. I know I look nice today. But so do you. Give me the camera. Well, I do, too, know how to use it. This is your favorite. If you don't stop, this goes into Central Park. Well, I do, too, know how to use it. This is your favorite. If you don't stop, this goes into Central Park.
It's Alec. She's talking to Alec. Well, I can do it. Oh, thanks for meeting me, Jim.
Just don't tell anybody I did this, okay? Richardson Estate is becoming a rather sensitive issue at the office. And that law firm the brats have hired think they really are onto something.
Well, I'm onto something. Remember that you told me that Alec and Dorothy had a major rift about 6 months prior to her death?
That's right, it's no secret. In fact, I tried to be peacemaker between them. It always seemed a shame. They'd been so close.
Well, I think they still were. See, I was watching this videotape that I'm sure was made only a month ago because I could tell by the weather. Now, listen. And I realized that I never heard the voice of the person who was operating the camera.
Look, Claire, you do what you have to do. But don't tell me anything more than I need to know, okay? Now, these are all the papers I could find. Medical forms, mail. Now, I've got to go. You take care of yourself.
You all right?
I've done better. Thanks for asking.
Hope I get your briefcase.
And my passport.
Jimmy! Did Dorothy have a car?
A Mercedes. Long time ago. She hasn't driven in years. Why?
She just got a recall notice on her new Dodge.
Wrong, Dorothy Richards. Computer error. Who knows?
Uh-huh.
Look, I have got to go. See if I some piece of work.
Yes? I've checked and double-checked. We have no other Dorothy Richardson. It's definitely your vehicle.
Well, I just had to be sure.
Please, don't be upset. It's really a very minor problem.
Well, it's just that Dodge Rams are supposed to be such reliable cars.
Vans. Rams are vans.
Rams are vans. Well, I knew that. Rams are vans and vans are Rams. I mean, I bought one, didn't I? I just used the generic term car.
Right. Okay, Mrs. Richardson. Please, don't be upset about the recall. It's just about the wiper motor, and we can fix that when we finish the conversion. You do remember ordering the conversion, don't you?
How could I forget?
I don't know. It's quite an investment.
Yeah. Well, I've just always had my heart set on one. Could I see it?
Well, it won't be ready for a few days yet. It's not in the kind of shape we'd like you to see.
Come on, please. Please, just let me take a look at it, please.
Sure. Follow me.
The alignment on that.
That's it. Yeah. It's all here. Here. Top of the line, sound system. The salesman told me you were a big Mozart fan.
Yeah?
Beds, tables, everything you need for a tour of the country.
All right, Dorothy. You're alive! Yeah. I just love it.
Great.
Dr. Ruby, telephone nurse to station 2. Dr. Ruby, please telephone nurse to station on 2 West. Dr. Morgan, please pick up White telephone. Dr. Morgan, White
thought that no one would realize you faked the suicide. Huh. But you didn't plan on her getting sick, did you? She jumped off the pier and swam to a boat. You picked her up. A few days later, she got sick.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Perkins. I've been Dorothy's family physician for some time. Obviously, it's just out of my great affection, respect for her that I agreed to go along with this. She's an excellent swimmer. This shouldn't have happened.
You were the one that prescribed the medication for swimmers here, then?
Yes, but that was minor. What we didn't count on was the infection she probably got from her plunge into the Hudson. That resulted in a virus which attacked her system.
Mm-hmm. So she has viral pneumonia.
Certain strain of that. But it's bad. She needs a pneumectomy. It's surgery to remove part of the lung. We don't know if she's strong enough. She doesn't have much time left. Perhaps we should just let nature take its course. I think we should honor her last wish, leave her in peace.
Yeah.
Oh, surely you can understand.
Oh.
Dr. Perkins, you are obviously a very compassionate man and a very good friend, but as for a doctor, I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah. See, isn't this supposed to be plugged in? And this little one here. I don't know. I just don't think that's doing her much good. Now, don't feel bad. Really, I think that you're a terrific actor. I saw you at Uncle Vanya down in the village. You were terrific.
Oh, thank you. You know, we got some good reviews.
Well, aren't you the relentless young woman?
Gotcha.
My nephews wanted to take financial control of my estate and had me, declared incompetent. Every time I showed the slightest sign of any illness, they went rushing off looking for homes, nurses, and shrinks. Oh, it's exhausting. I didn't want to spend the rest of what little time I may have left in battling them and their attorneys. I wanted out. If anything was going to make me nuts, they were.
So you liquidated a few assets and you took your favorite painting.
Oh, I do so love it.
Yes. You bought yourself a luxury van to tour the country because you had more than enough money to live on.
Uh-huh, true. Although that hospital epic was damned expensive. But my nephews had got some dangerous new lawyers. We knew you were getting close. I thought we could get you off our backs with one last shot. I should never have left that Ludlam thriller on my hospital bed.
Maybe you should have turned it the other way around. There was nothing you could have done about the Dodge recall notice, though.
No, that definitely was an act of God. I did so want to get that terrible pancake makeup off my face and put on some lipstick. Vanity persists, even at my age.
No, I hope I'm just like you. You know that speech that you gave on values and your mother? I always know right from wrong, I think. Like I know it's wrong to break the law.
All my life, I've had the bad habit of making snap judgments about people. Even though we've just met, I know there's no point in my telling you what to do. You're going to do what you have to do.
Right.
Yes, but he said...
Yes, I see. Oh, something just came up. Oh, let me call you back. Yes, of course. You don't like to be announced?
Wasn't it Patton who said that surprise is the most important element of attack?
No, I think it was probably Clausewitz, but you didn't come here to discuss military philosophy.
No, I didn't. I came here to tell you something very important.
Well, have a seat.
Thank you. I'd rather stand. You were right. Probably about a lot of things, but especially about the Dorothy Richardson case. It's over. The brats are greedy. The lawyers won't find anything. I'll see to that, and they'll settle. And you were right about my having to make decisions in my life. One of them is that I can't work here anymore. It's a great view, but I don't spend that much time behind a desk anyway, so thank you for the opportunity. And I did learn something.
Yeah, I quit.
You're kidding. Me too.
I'm surprised.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Did you get another job?
Not yet. I was thinking of maybe practicing on my own. But that's not why I asked to see you. I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner with me. Maybe even tonight.
Well, you didn't have to quit to ask me out.
I didn't. I bet it'd improve my odds.
Hey, come on. I'm not that judgmental. I'm not.
You like Italian? I know a very cute place by the river. You could wear that dress you wore on the yacht.
Yeah, I could. But I have other dresses.
So you could live with this? Being accessory to a felony?
Yeah, I can live with it. You take care of yourself, too. Go. Have a safe journey.
Bye. Don't forget to have fun.
Next, on legwork.
The city has suffered from corruption too long. It's time to clean house.
You're investigating my brother because he's friends with Joseph Lisak?
I am clean. Is it against the rules for me to want to move up?
You still working on that welfare hotel thing?
Yeah. Oh, this is very interesting. You mind if I take some pictures?
You know they catch you here, you're in very big trouble.
So if you go down, Fred goes with you.
Don't hurt your brother by sticking your nose where it doesn't belong.
Coming up, the Hare Krishnas and their leader, the scandal and the suspicion. Next on West 57th. And tomorrow on CBS Sports, there's NFL doubleheader action. As Washington battles Buffalo, then Minnesota faces Seattle. It all starts with the NFL today.